Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. I do read them all. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I am going to pick 3 cards. This looks like one. All right, two. Let's get one more. Pink one. Let's get this one that's sticking out. We got one, three, three. Okay, 1333. This is a 10, right? This is like a mangled cycle type energy, right? So we see one in reverse is manipulation, selfishness, control. One in reverse can kind of be this, it can kind of be this energy of doing too much, or it can also be this energy of kind of like not having the confidence in yourself to manifest or start these new opportunities, things like that. And the reason I'm reading it like that is because this 3 in reverse gives miscommunication vibes, whereas 33 it's a vibe of like skills, right? 33 is your skills that were given to you from spirit. So it does look like there is some misuse, miscommunication of your skills. You guys may like lack boundaries when it comes to your skills. You may not believe in them. You may lack confidence. But right now, Spirit is telling me, hey, you have everything that you need. And you need to make sure that you are moving forward with confidence. So we have 33 as a master life path number, is a master teacher, a spiritual giver, a nurturer, right? So it's nurture is coming very, very strong to me. Like you guys have forgotten some kind of flow. Um, I feel like there's some kind of block going on. Really getting a lack of compassion for yourself, right? So we all love ourselves. Or I would hope that we all love ourselves, but sometimes you have to put forth the effort to love yourself a little more. I'm getting that some of you guys may have been dealing with depression your whole entire life, which can be complicated. But I definitely want you guys to work on moving out of that depression. You do that by participating in things you enjoy, participating in things that you are good at, kind of coming to terms with life cycles and the truth, things like that. So let's pick some charms here. So in summary, definitely right now I'm feeling you're seeing this number because some gifts are going uncommunicated because you don't believe in them or you doubt them for whatever reason. So we got a little tree there. What's that, yarn? What's this, a cloud? All right, I had bought these charms not that long ago. I think it's like 300 in here. Even though I tried to go through each one individually, this is definitely the first time I've seen this one. All right, so let's start with here. Right, whenever I see a tree like this coming up on this one, and I hate saying this all the time, but a lot of y'all need to deal with your childhood trauma. Childhood trauma is not unique. It is not. It is not. Not even in the slightest. It's not unique at all. Healing, though, is the issue, right? That's what I always say. We all have disappointments. We all have betrayal. We all have trauma, right? But what we don't all do is we don't all heal from that. And not healing from something that's been harboring, holding you back can be detrimental, debilitating. It can really be like harsh on your mental, right? So let's talk about it. Yarn. I don't know. I get this vibe of knitting, like creating a sweater or building a blanket, like something to cover you. All right, so I'm definitely getting that you are covered during this time. I feel like I see it. I said that earlier, but Spirit really wants to communicate that you are okay to go forward in your gifts, that this is something that is very, very important, right? So let me take a step back real quick and let's talk about the number 10, because I mention this to you guys all the time as I do more and more of these angel number readings. I come to understand more and more about numbers. And what I understand about the number 10 is that it's a transitional period, right? 9 is the end of a cycle, and 10 is the ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. And then right after that, you have the number 11, which is kind of like pushing you through this doorway. So the thing with 10 is that it represents this kind of stagnant period, because Spirit wants you to get your shit together so that you can go on to the next step, so you can go through this next doorway. We're not going back, we're going forward, right? 333 is not an awesome number. I know we see repeated digits and we're in the habit of saying, oh yeah, no, that's great. But 333 is a number about using your gifts in the wrong way, miscommunicating your gifts or ignoring them completely, right? And in this case, I'm getting because you doubt them, right? So this is a cloud that's been hovering over you for a long time, and it's causing a lack of compassion for self, and it's also causing you not to believe in your gifts. So I do think that that's super important for you guys to go back to the drawing board. Um, I know a lot of people don't like New Year's resolutions. However, I always encourage setting goals. If you're not gonna setting a goal for the whole year is a lot. Like when businesses break down their, let's say if you are a business and you have like a 5-year goal, right? You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, 5-year goals, bam. Like, no, you're gonna do that five. What do you want? But that is a broad aspect, right? And you need to break that down into little goals, monthly or quarterly or weekly, whatever the case may be. Set small goals for yourself so that you can continue moving forward in your gift, okay? Because that'll be very important to you. So we're gonna pull some playing cards. See what we get here. Whoa. 4 of Pentacles. So we talked about the number 4 earlier. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is about saving, right? But here's my issue with the 4 of Pentacles. Because when I see it in the deck, it's always holding on so tightly to something that you are allowing other things to pass you by, right? And so that's what I feel heavy here, that there may be something that you have not let go. Following on this is clearly that childhood trauma. You know what I am feeling is that you guys I'm gonna tell you this example. When I was a kid, I thought I could sing, right? And one day I was on the phone with my friend and I was singing and she laughed and she was like, are you for real? And I feel like that's the experience that you guys had. Like, there was a talent or something that you had and it was kind of like, oh, are you serious? Like, you're really bad at that or something like that. And it caused you to kind of put it in your pocket to not like experience it fully. To kind of be like, okay, well, I really can't do this, or I'm really not good at it. So let me just tell you, I can't sing, but I love to sing. So I do it anyway, right? If I did want to be a singer, I would take singing lessons. Like, singing is something that can be taught, like almost anything else in this world. So I'm going to tell you, if you want to go further in this, then you need to educate yourself instead of living in this doubtful energy. Like, hey, I learned a long time ago that I'm not good at this. I failed at it before. I dropped out of school and it's impossible for me to do it without a degree. Whatever you're telling yourself, stop. Find another way. Find a different way to do it, okay? So we have this 33 in the yarn, Queen of Pentacles, honey, period. Period. The Queen of Pentacles is a nurturer, and right now what I see is this nurturing your gift, right? Because you are covered, and spirit is using this is like that 10. Spirit is using this time to cover you so you can kind of cultivate those skills. Spirit is giving you time to cultivate your skills. So, don't doubt yourself, right? Because Spirit's like, I got you right now, I got you. And so, this is something else that I want to say because these two cards, both of these cards represent saving, like saving money. Kind of like, I get this like vibe of hoarding wealth. So, I don't know if you guys do have money and you are the ones hoarding wealth, or that is what you want to do, save your money. But I do get that energy here. I do get also a lot of messages regarding that. So yeah, moving along. We have the Five of Swords here, right? Five of Swords is winning at all costs. Um, when I look at the Five of Swords, a lot of times I like to put it in this energy of putting yourself first, right? Because at the end of the day, you can do all these things for everybody else, but once you start neglecting yourself, then nobody's going to be like, oh, yeah, let me do this for you, because you're not going to do it for yourself. You're not a child. Nobody has your back like that. So you guys have to make sure that you are putting yourself first and that you're not allowing kind of other people to dictate like what you're doing with your life, because as long as you do that, you will have a cloud over your head. I'm also getting that for some of you guys, not everybody, but I am getting that for some of you guys, you might have somebody that is sick in your family or disabled or something like that, that is like calling on you to take care of them. And honestly, I don't see that this person has treated you so great in the past, but for some reason you feel obligated to them. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you that you do need to put yourself first. And as long as you have this energy of putting other people before yourself and kind of being like, oh, well, they really, really need me right now, so I'm gonna put myself on the back burner. You know, if you stay in that energy, that is the karma that you draw to yourself, right? So when you decide that, hey, everybody's needs are more important than my own, then your needs are not gonna get taken care of, and that's literally the karma of it. That is karma. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, if I put myself and my happiness on the line for somebody else, I will get good karma. No, you will not. You will not. Your karma is going to be negative because you are neglecting yourself. And I hate that that's a movement that we've been like taught our whole lives, that other people come before ourselves. They don't. If you can't take care of you, you won't be able to take care of anybody else. So anyway, we're going to put some charms. These aren't charms. These are runes. We're going to pick some runes. One, Righto in reverse. Oh, Faye who did the reverse. And then we have Pertho, okay, which is our destiny. All right, so let's talk about it. So Righto and Fehu in reverse. Oh, and Fehu is doing the spin thing, okay? So let's talk about it. So Righto is about the journey, about where you're going. And so it is coming up in reverse, which does represent some kind of sorrow or alienation. So I really feel like you guys are feeling a little bit alienated from your journey, from your destiny, right? That's really feeling heavy. Fehu is spinning around in this circle because it wants you to behave in a way, because Fehu is wealth and abundance, right? Good luck. But in reverse, it's about a loss, right? So both of these actually kind of represent loss if you think about it. So I feel like there is some kind of loss that must take place for you to really get it. And with this spinning around, I feel like, you see that? I feel like it's going to look a certain way. I feel like you're not going to be able to kind of grasp how this is good for you, right? So it's kind of like if you were to lose a job that you absolutely hate. So let's say you're going to work every day and you really hate this fucking job, right? Getting fired sucks because you need the money. However, that shit was really weighing on your it was really weighing on your psyche. Like it was very difficult to deal with that and to go with that every day. And because you were dealing with it, like I said, when you deal with shit that you shouldn't be dealing with, doesn't give you good karma, it gives you negative karma. I'm not gonna say bad, I'm just gonna say that it's detracting from what could be positive because that's the energy that you put out there. You put out the energy like, hey, like this is just how it is. I'm just not gonna be happy, and spirit is like, okay, you know what I'm saying. You get the energy back. So then we have Peritho falling on this Five of Swords, which this is your destiny, right? You have a cloud hanging over you. I feel like this is the energy of, oh, I have to do this, oh, I have to do that. Just feeling a lot of responsibility that in the end is kind of like daunting. Um, so Spirit is like, it is your job to let it go. So let's talk about some numbers here. I just want to point out 5 and 3 is 8. I did the math on the word queen before. That does also equal the number 8. So I feel like we have 2 8s here, which represents events and karma. And with the Parathol falling on that, it definitely gives the vibe of kind of like this destinated karma, like destiny. So you guys do need to move forward. Do what is best for you, because you have to remove yourself from a situation, period, in order to move forward in your destiny. It's just something that has to be done. Okay, so it's not something that, hey, you can just ignore and get a final message. I mean, these cards are all over the place. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Got that number 9 coming up again. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, more Pentacles. And then we have the Judgment, which is 20. So 20, that's the first time we're seeing the number 2. Second time, we're kind of seeing 0 because we have 10 here and then 20 here. So what I'm getting is that you guys are turning a new leaf, right? What I get is that you guys may have dealt with depression and anxiety, and that is ramping up on coming to an end, right? Because we have the number 9 here twice. I do think that is important. So you guys are at the end of this journey of feeling bad for yourself, right? I feel like Spirit is giving you a new option, new opportunity. You see here the Knight of Pentacles is covered in steel. He is super protected, right? And then he has this pentacle in his hand. So the Knight of Pentacles is really a slow moving knight, which means this is something that's been going on for a very long time. I almost feel like it's something that you can't see. So we have Judgment here with Peritho, and Judgment is our calling, right? All of this is for your, for your calling to push you forward in the things that you're supposed to be doing. All right. So clouds. When you see the clouds in tarot, depending on how dark they are, they do represent this sort of clarity, right? So I feel like you guys are gaining some kind of clarity on your destiny. And this may have been the cloud that's been hanging over your head, is that you haven't really been able to decide what you need to do with your life, but you really need to do something with it that makes you happy, and stop worrying about everybody else, and follow your dreams. Okay, so that's all I have for 1333. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time.